future, talk radio will actually educate, inspire, and make you think. The future is now. Topics and music that affect your life from Universal Broadcasting Network. Tune in at ubnradio.com.
Wow, amazing. Greetings and salutations, everyone. You've tuned into Hot Flash Universe. And yes, we're doing it on a little different day. We usually broadcast on Wednesdays here at UBN Radio Network. That's UBN, Universal Broadcasting Network Radio.com. And you can find us on Stitcher, iTunes, Google Play, soon to be iHeartRadio, and of course, Speaker, and obviously YouTube. And I'm your host, Walt Lusk, and Barbara Bishop is normally here at this time, but she got a little waylaid. And we're going to be talking today about the amazing, and I mean amazing, benefits of meditation. And maybe she'll even admit that she was too busy meditating and got really into it and got waylaid in traffic. So she'll be here in a few minutes. But the show must go on. Now, why meditate? We're going to talk about that in a minute, but I thought I'd start with a news item since this Hot Flash Universe is really geared for ladies over 50 and in all aspects of your life and to make you look and feel fabulous, which is one of the major reasons why we're talking about meditation. But I wanted to give you a little news item that came out this last week about driving, and you ladies already know where I'm going with this one. And that is that women, it is scientifically proven, and this was actually in England, that women are far superior drivers than men. While some men brag about being better drivers, women are officially superior behind the wheel, a new study finds. Confused.com, which I thought I'd never heard of before, said that insurance claims and court proceedings for speeding specifically was a whole lot different for men than women. And also, men have paid, this is in pounds, and I'm not even going to buy to fix it, $33.27 in pounds more in car insurance over the past decade than women. Women typically pay 701 pounds a year in England, and men pay 793 pounds here in the United States. So that's a mentionable difference. And there was an 80% men were 80% more times of having offenses than women, and they get in more accidents. So, and the claims, which is really interesting, the insurance claims from the insurance industry is also higher. The average claim for men was $86.54 in pounds, and the women was $7,090. So that's almost 1,500 pounds difference in the amount of damage. So men are getting more accidents, they get more tickets, and the damage to cars is actually more as well. So there you go, ladies. Maybe you should be driving more and let the guys navigate, even though we know we get lost more too. So as far as meditation, there really is a lot of benefits as to why to meditate. And I meditate myself, and I don't do it much. But I'm doing it more, and Barb does meditate, and that's one of the reasons why we're doing meditation. But major stars meditate as well. And listen, there's 1,440 minutes in a day. And if you simply meditate 30 minutes, and that's a long time, 30 minutes, that's 2% of your life. If we take sleeping into consideration, and you're asleep, so you're not meditating really, that's only 3%. And if you watch television at all, then you know what? Don't turn that sucker off. It's just absolutely bad. All the news is bad. All that stuff is always going to be bad, and it's getting worse and worse and worse and crazier. So you know what? Turn off the television and turn on your brain. And as you're going to see here, the benefits are just ginormous. Who meditates? Everybody meditates. And I'm trying to find an article. I thought I had it on my list. From movie stars to business leaders to, anyway, I'll find it in a minute. But the point is, let me go and give you just some simple benefits to start, and then the kinds of medication, and then we're going to dive in a little more. First, it increases your self-awareness. we are absolutely barraged and just bombarded with stuff every day and every moment between children, garbage on television. We're getting hit by all these bleeps and noises and stuff on our cell phones. And you have to remember that it's called a cell phone for a reason, because if you're really, really connected to your cell phone, and you just can't wait to get that next tweet or that next Facebook message or that next little doodad from Instagram or an email or whatever, you are a prisoner to your phone. And therefore, it's your own personal cell, which is why it's called a cell phone. And again, I can't encourage you enough, turn it off, even if it's for only a couple of hours. Everything that's going to be on that phone will be there when you turn it back on or you go back to it a couple of hours later. That's another thing that you can calm your brain is turn the TV off and turn your cell phone off, or at least turn the noise off and put it down somewhere, and do that. So first, it's going to increase your self-awareness. This busy world we live in, the constant commotion of life tends to get really in our way, and it in building our self-connection, it impedes our ability to self-connect, which is kind of what they want. They don't want us to connect with ourselves. So if you just focus in the moment without life's distractions, it can really help you tap into your subconscious. You have to understand that when your brain, 1% is your conscious. 99% is our subconscious. And does anybody happen to know how much our subconscious sleeps? None. So a majority of your brain is awake and working and doing its thing 24/7. And just like a closet or a drawer or your desk, it can get really cluttered and dusty and stuff on it and junky. And you need to clear all that out and get rid of the cobwebs. Again, as a result of meditating, you can and you will, and it does not take that long to do, not only to meditate, but to get benefits. Secondly, it rejuvenates you. You're tired? You want to power down a cup of coffee? Meditation has been proven to be more energizing and rejuvenating than anything else. So it relieves any negativity that's weighing you down as well. How about insomnia? Are you having trouble sleeping? Again, your brain is going 1,000,000 miles a minute, right? 1,000,000 miles an hour. So if you sit down and have mindfulness meditation and you simply do one thing, and that's simply focus on your breathing. And we're going to talk about a little bit how to meditate. It's not that tough. And you just focus on your breathing, and you breathe a very deep breath in through your nose, and then you breathe it out through your mouth. That's all you do. You just focus on your breathing, in through your nose, out through your mouth. And you might want to just try it as you're lying in bed on your back. And then it will actually start slowing things down, and a lot of the chatter, it will take just a little time to do that. Now, one of the places I do my meditation with is an app you can do on your computer or on your phone. The first 10 sessions are free, and it really, really gives you an incredible overview and introduction to meditation if you know nothing about it. It's called Headspace, all one word, Headspace. A guy who did it, used to study to be a monk, was in England and then moved to Venice here in California, and it's amazing, and I really get a lot out of it. And they have all different topics, from sleeping to anxiety to happiness to productivity and everything else. Now, it costs, but you know what? It's well worth it in less than a one session with a therapist, and it's good for the whole year. Next, it gives you better health because it boosts your immune system, okay? And also, I should say, while I'm doing this, that is a call-in show, and you can call in and tell us your experience with meditation. And our number is area code 323-524-2599. That's 323-524-2599. And it lowers our cholesterol, it reduces our blood pressure, and it can prevent heart disease. And as we're going to talk about, it really lowers your stress a lot. And if you have less stress, then, your mind thinks more clearly, your heart's going to beat better, your cholesterol is going to be less, you're not chomping at the bit and biting everybody's head off in relationships. And next is reducing, we'll do this one, improves concentration. Because if you have a clear mind, you're able to focus on more things. You'll be more productive, at work included. And it helps you improve concentration, memory, and focus. It reduces anxiety. And anxiety is a cognitive state connected to the inability to regulate your emotional responses to perceived threats. It's like the fight or flight thing. So mindfulness meditation strengthens our person's cognitive ability to regulate our emotions, okay? So next time you start encountering an overwhelming feeling of anxiety, take a deep breath, maybe 3 or 4, or they call cleansing breaths, and just meditate, even if it's just for 10 minutes. It's faster than a coffee break. And doing it even 30 minutes a day, 3 times a week, makes a very, very huge difference. Next, as mentioned, reduces stress. Okay, Mayo Clinic. I mean, this is scientific, and we're going to go over some more in a minute. During meditation, you focus your attention and eliminate the stream of jumbled thoughts that may be crowding your mind and causing stress. And so, therefore, it also enhances your well-being. Now, as far as the different types of meditation, I'm going to go through 4 of them. First is mindful meditation, which basically you're just focusing on an object like you're breathing. And as a result, you actually become more aware of yourself. The next one is guided meditation, and that's what Headspace does a lot. It uses a recording on in-person guidance, and most of the Headspace recordings actually are 10 minutes. So you don't even have to do it forever. It's really about a 10-minute situation, start to finish. And if you don't have 10 minutes, then you need to meditate. And eventually you're not going to need the guidance, but it's very, very helpful in the beginning, and he goes through stuff. Let me address one thing about meditation. So all our brains, even during meditation, and I'm as guilty as anybody, is that our brains are going to go other places. So we're focusing on something or on a thought or an idea or our breathing, and our brain's going to go, oh my gosh, I have to do that, and oh my gosh, I got to do that. And our brain obviously rabbit tracks over to something else. It's okay. It's called noting. So you note that, and then you go back and focusing in meditation. It may happen once a minute for your 10-minute meditation. That's okay. After a little bit of practice, it may happen 9 times during your meditation. It's going to get less and less and less, and therefore you're going to be more focused. And if you're more focused, you have a stronger brain, and you're able to be more relaxed and in the present, and you really will be calmer and enjoy life. The next 2 more, cognitive meditation, which is a single object such as your image or your breathing or a candle, and you focus on that. It could be a spot in a room, it could be anything. You just focus on that and you breathe. And again, that's going to clear your brain because you're focusing on one thing as opposed to all the other things that are going on and cluttering it. And last is open awareness, which you're opening your mind to what's going on around you without specifically focusing on anything. So that's a little bit of an overview on meditation. It's amazing how many people meditate. Thomas Edison meditated. Tesla meditated. It's just, if you want to be a giant, meditate. So we're going to go through some scientifically backed reasons why. And the first one is it ditches depression. Research suggests that 30-minute meditation improves depression symptoms along with anxiety, and it really does help pain as well. And you know what? And it prevents depression because you control how your brain processes and pays attention to negative sensations. Next, we talked about stress. Anxiety can be reduced without medication for free with meditation. Less anxiety, and I don't need to be as anxious anymore because Barb just arrived into the studio with meditation. Part of the brain reduces that fear mechanism. So you can cut back on anxiety by almost 40%. 25 minutes meditation 3 times a week, so we're not even doing it 30, is...
So how do you like my costume?
I think it's fabulous, and happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween. Hi,
you know
everyone.
what? I got to put you on camera here. There we go. So say it again.
I can't hear you.
Well, you can't hear me?
But it's okay.
No, it should be done.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Tony, can't hear. Barb can't hear. So,
Anyway.
happy Halloween. What are you?
I'm a Disney character.
I thought so.
A late Disney character.
Well,
Maybe I have the wrong
it's better. It's
headphones
better
on.
be late than never. So we're gonna have a little technical difficulties
so what did
with
you-
another headset. We thought we tried them earlier.
Did you stage a coup?
Did I stage a coup?
Yeah.
No. I'm just keeping the seat warm for you while you're gone.
Oh, I thought maybe you did.
You were sorely missed. And we're on. I'm doing the science back ways of meditation and happier. I'm a
Okay.
number. Number 3. Do you have headaches and migraines?
Mm-hmm.
Again, if you meditate, it's excellent defense against those horrible head pounding episodes, and can reduce tension in your brain because again, it more flow.
Yeah.
No. Okay.
No. Yes. No.
Can you hear yet?
No. That's what I was saying. But yes, that's true. I have a horrible migraine headache right now. Really.
That's okay. Uh-oh. I just lost my microphone on my headset. Okay. There we go. So it also guarantees and assures you to be nicer. Because if you're
Really?
because if you're more present, in one study, and again, these are scientific studies, you have more a team-oriented perspective and a better mentality. So you have more of a we perspective than an I perspective.
Aha. So I kind of like my earphones with my
It's a perfect.
my Playboy bunny
it's-
or whatever my Disney
It's a
character.
perfect accessory to your outfit.
Sorry to interrupt, folks.
It's all right. It is Halloween coming up.
Yeah.
I'll be out of town, so I will be trick or treating in Oklahoma City.
Ooh. How nice.
Yeah. And actually, if you are one of these people that has sticky notes stuck all over the place on your computer, on your computer screen, on your rearview mirror, and all that stuff, you can actually cut back on it because it improves your memory.
Really?
Yes, it does.
I don't have sticky things. I just forget. Which is,
Well, then maybe you should start using sticky.
I know. At least that would be like a start, right?
And if you work out, it actually will boost your ability to work out because it eliminates and reduces pain. Therefore, you can push yourself a little more in terms of during your workout, and therefore you can get more of a workout. So, can do a number on your muscles and your central nervous system, and allows you to rest your body and mind very deeply, removing stress from your physiological, priming you for excellent sweat sessions.
Can you say that 5 times?
Sure, excellent sweat sessions.
Okay, that's only one.
Minimize sensitivity to pain and boost your need to take on more new fitness challenges.
Sir, can you do something for me really quick?
I guess. What do you
It's
need?
just putting in a password.
What am I doing?
The password for this place.
Oh, of course, I'll do that. So,
You guys must think we're crazy. We are today for sure. I am, at least.
we're also live radio, so
Yes. Uh-oh.
that should work.
A pregnant pause.
There we go. I can walk and chew gum and type and meditate all at the same time. We did that one already. Jeez Louise. You got me all jumbled. I'll use paper.
This is fun. This is a
Keeps
fun one.
colds away. So it's cold season. So
Yes.
if you meditate, it actually will boost your immune system, and therefore you'll have fewer respiratory illnesses, quicker recovery times, and need fewer sick days from work. So it'll actually make you more money.
So meditation seems like it's a pretty cool thing then, huh?
Yeah, especially for the next one.
Oh, okay then.
Number 8. Building better relationships.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to have to...
You have healthy relationships, in those tricky situations where you might just flip and blow up. Well, guess what? It will calm your mind, and as a result of you being calmer, guess what? You don't have a challenge, and you can take more abuse.
Have you told them how to meditate yet?
I gave them the 4 types of meditation, but
Yeah.
if you want to go for, and I talked about Headspace in terms of the guided meditation aspect. But if you want to elaborate how you meditate, sure.
Well, there's not one way of meditation. You can do whatever really you want to just really get present and to not think about what's going on around you and just really go inside and get calmer. But one of the ways that I do it in a class that I am in is we start with the word Om. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of that.
We were going to start with Om when we started the show, but unfortunately I was by myself.
So, well, since I'm here, I'm going to start my part of the show with a big old Om. So what you have to do is you have to take a really big, deep breath. Can you hear that? And then
Dependency on those wonderful medications.
So that saying that everyone says you can rest when you're dead is definitely not true.
Absolutely not. Yes.
Okay.
It's going to pump up your GPA.
All right.
Because you have better focus, you have higher score higher on cognitive tests, and just after 4 days, it's proven, 4 days of 20-minute meditations sessions, you have positive, noticeable results. You're going to pay more attention in lectures than those that don't. You're going to have a better attention span, and you're going to have higher retention.
So, how long do you have to meditate
to
get that kind of result?
20, 30 minutes, no more.
Yeah.
3 times a week at least.
3 times. So it's like almost like incorporating it into your exercise program. So let's say you do cardio, and then you do stretching, and then you do meditation.
Yeah, but it's better to do meditation before you work out.
Okay.
Because therefore it's going to improve your brain, and therefore you'll reduce more ability to tolerate pain, and therefore you can push yourself and have a better workout.
Okay. I'll try that.
Yeah. And it's also, as I mentioned before you got here, it's more invigorating than a cup of coffee or even an energy drink. And, of course, it's a whole lot more healthy.
How about a martini?
A martini is re-energizing?
For me.
So with or without the olives. It's going to banish burnout. And the reason why it's going to banish burnout is because you are feeling so flippin' overwhelmed. You don't know which end is up. And you're, again, as we talked earlier, being bombarded by everything.
Absolutely. And you don't even have to have a stressful job to be that way, because it's just the world we live in. I mean, just being in traffic or
watching the news.
Or, checking your emails. It's stressful.
It's very stressful. And, again, we want to have more empowered, more control, a better feeling of fulfillment, less exhaustion, no burnout, and more emotional well-being. And
we'll do another one, not ohms, but a couple other things in a bit. But there's meditation, where you can just sit and be inside. But there's also things that can help you stay there, which is called mantra. And that was what we were just doing, which was Om. And there's a couple of other really easy ones that you can do, and we'll talk about that in a second once Walt finishes with the benefits. But it helps even more. And then also there's hand positions. I know you can't see that right now.
Well, we are on camera for those who watch on YouTube.
Oh, well, yeah, that's right. If you're seeing my little bunny ears or
the camera's right there.
Mouse ears on the
mouse
camera.
Ears. There you go. There it is.
Okay, then.
Smile for the camera.
Yes. Oh, sorry.
Miss Mouse.
Hi,
There
guys.
Yes, it's radio, but also TV.
Yeah, okay.
Now, this one, ladies, please pay attention. I'm just going to read it as it states because it's very exciting.
Ladies, please.
Add sizzle to your sex life.
Ooh, la la.
Your time between the sheets could benefit from meditation. Seriously. In one study, and again, remember, we're talking about scientific-backed ways to reasons to meditate.
You mean they studied this?
Oh, absolutely.
Wow.
Are you kidding me? Absolutely.
I want to be part of that study.
Uh-huh. So, your time between the sheets could benefit from meditation. In one study, women that added meditation to their lives experienced a boost in arousal and satisfaction in their after-hours action. Not to mention fewer difficulties in reaching the finish line, if you know what I mean.
Did you write this copy?
No. It's right here.
Okay.
It's the 25 science-backed ways to feel happier, and I can't think of a better way, frankly, than meditating.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
and then I prefer to meditate without not being by myself with somebody else. So with somebody else as well. So
That's cool.
yeah, it was written very well. So there. And lastly, in this one, tone down your temper. Remember, we talked about you being calmer and more in tune with yourself and not as chaotic and not as overwhelmed feeling. So therefore, the good for you habit cuts back on anger and the tendency to dwell on anger episodes. So therefore, you have more inner awareness, and therefore you are less triggered by people.
Aha.
Right? So
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
go ahead. Go for it.
Before I started meditating and doing yoga or anything like that, I was so fear-based. I was more like, and fear-based then changed into, anger and yelling and all that. And that was earlier in my career when I was running my business. And when I started to meditate and do yoga, especially meditate, it changed my life. I don't yell anymore, right?
Heck no.
No, I really don't. And I mean, it's really amazing what can happen. Anyway, there you go.
I think what we're going to do next is the psychological, which we're talking about, and the physical in a very short way on the benefits of meditation.
Yes.
That's page 23. So
23.
So the physical ones are really quick and simply grows your brain because in volume and in thickness.
That's pretty amazing.
Because and it just doesn't make you smarter. It gives you more memory, more attention, self-awareness, and as we talked about, self-control. Just for starters, it increases blood flow to your brain because you know what organ in your body requires the most blood? Your brain. So that means sometimes if you eat this ginormous meal and you feel lightheaded, it's because all the blood's going to your digestive system and not to your brain, and therefore you kind of feel lightheaded because you don't have the blood you need. And also that means you need to hydrate yourself and drink a lot of water. So if you aren't drinking water, there you go.
For those of you on TV.
The brain cannot function without a strong, steady flow of blood, and it functions better as a result of meditation. It reduces cortisol, which is the stress-inducing hormone, and you feel a whole lot less anxious and a whole lot less unsettled.
And cortisol, like I think everyone knows or should know, is something that makes you fat. Makes your stomach fat in particular. So when you lower your cortisol ratings, you'll lose weight.
And we've already talked about the fact that it reduces your blood pressure and your heart rate. It increases your neuroplasticity. The brain's ability to organize itself, adapt to the demands, enables you to become more efficient in the learning process and probably in life.
I mean, I don't know why we never knew this when we were growing up.
Because they didn't teach this stuff because it just is like not, it's just not, everybody doesn't meditate and it's a little out there. Some feel meditation is something contra to prayer and it's different.
Yeah.
Okay, prayer is communication with God, or all that, and you have a relationship with. If you're those of you who are Christians and all of that, meditation is more of a situation with yourself, within, and with your brain, which is an important organ in your body.
That's right. I mean, it is different, and when people
it is different.
Although some people think it is spiritual because you could have a spiritual awakening or a spiritual experience.
Yes.
But it comes from within you rather than from outside.
It does. And your brain has what's called neurotransmitters. Actually, it's turned out your gut does as well. When you have a gut feeling, it's also the neurotransmitters in your gut.
Oh, that's so cool.
And so I did a show on that in a previous life. So it produces good neurotransmitters, and including serotonin and dopamine, which, of course, is what controls your mood.
And you don't have to take drugs. Those are natural drugs.
And it improves the fact that you are less depressed.
Yeah.
Okay? So how's that? It's not even, doesn't cost you anything, and you become less depressed and less anxious.
And I don't think those doctors wanted us to know about that.
The FDA certainly doesn't.
Yeah.
It triggers parasympathetic nervous system, which means you rest and recover from stress. So if you're in a stressful situation, you have to recover from it. And meditation will help you do that.
Yes.
And we've talked about boosting your immune system. It helps you relax your muscles. So again, you're going to work out better and feel more rested and relaxed.
Do you think it heals the body? I mean,
yes. It's been proven that after surgery, for example,
yeah.
Meditation, it actually, again, we're talking about pain, and usually if you have surgery, you are in pain. So meditation actually increases your ability to tolerate pain.
Wow.
And therefore you need less medication, and all that stuff's really no picnic, although I've never been on it. And it helps you heal faster because, again, it's just better overall, emotionally and physical. These are the physical benefits.
And then all the, if you're breathing right, then all the blood and everything
you're getting
else
more oxygen
throughout.
to where it needs to go.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah. And lastly, you become younger. You look younger.
Okay, you guys.
That's
the most important one. Look younger. Meditate.
It slows the aging process. So again, if you're tired of being stressed and overwhelmed and anxious and feeling old, take a breath.
Just drop everything and start breathing, baby.
Deep breath. Start breathing with those cleansing breaths.
Yes.
And just take 15, 20 minutes and meditate.
Drop the groceries, drop the handbag, drop the baby.
Whatever you've got going, cancel it.
That's right.
All right.
For 15 minutes, though.
Yeah, seriously. It's a hell of a lot better than watching anything that's news related. And I don't care if you're watching whatever news station. I won't even make you anxiety mentioning one station over the other. They're all bad.
Yeah, it's pretty bad stuff.
I mean, come on. Even Megyn Kelly today got fired finally.
Did she get fired
Yep,
finally?
they let her go.
I am just not up on my news.
No, yeah, well, she made an interesting comment about black faces and white faces for Halloween,
I did hear about that, but I didn't know that she was fired.
And now they have to figure out about her. Well, really in a rabbit track. See, we should meditate more. She has a $69 million contract, and they're trying to figure out how much to give her.
Well,
so, and she actually tried to go back to Fox, and Fox said, "We're good right now."
Wow.
So
musical chairs. She lost out on that.
Oh no, she messed up big time. Psychological benefits of meditation. So we're gonna do those. Again, it talks about stress and anxiety. Some of these are repeats, but we're gonna. It gives you stress resilience and that fight or flight thing. Okay.
Oh yeah.
And it helps you recover from stress faster. So stuff that's a very stressful situation. It doesn't matter what it is. It's okay.
Well, a lot of stress is self-created as
self-induced.
well, because it's really self-talk about, oh my God, I'm going to be late. Because I'm late, I'm going to get fired, and because I'm going to get fired, I'm going to not have any money, and because I don't have any money. And so on and so forth. And so you work yourself up to a frenzy where you could just be breathing and be present.
Yes.
And that's the one thing I learned, which was so powerful.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Really? Okay. It actually increases positive emotions. And again, with less stress, you're more a naturally state. You feel calmer, more connected to yourself and those around you, and more confident.
Yeah, I mean, and again, I can't stress enough that stress is a story that
yes, it is.
You create in your head, and if you stay present, there isn't any stress.
It also, you are more focused and present in the moment.
There you go.
With your prefrontal cortex, so that you also have the ability to solve problems and challenges easier and faster.
Because you're not creating what's going to
right,
happen.
all that flipping chaos. Right.
Yeah.
Yep. It increases your emotional stability and intelligence. When we meditate regularly.
Being younger, being smarter. Ladies, meditation equals being younger and being smarter. And it also helps you, to deal with the groceries and the baby and the husband and the bills and everything else. Because, again, living in the present, breathing, going inside, all of that really helps you to deal with life's everything. I mean, there's so much that we have to deal with.
Yes. We do, even though we're not out, trying to be stressful and figure out where we're going to eat tomorrow and where we're going to find our dinner, and
That is true.
if those berries we picked are poisonous or not, and is this game gamey or not and stuff. But we have other issues and challenges to face.
I'm and this is a whole nother topic, but being grateful is another way
absolutely.
to relieve stress and to bring it into meditation. And one of the things that I was taught was when you're feeling like the whole world's against you, or everything sucks, or what? Can I say that on TV? Yeah. You write down, or you think about how many things that you're grateful for, and that includes, a beautiful day. I'm wearing clothes. I brushed my teeth. I mean, down to the tiniest little thing, because a lot of people don't have that.
And we're going to be in that rabbit track, and I'm going to expand on that. Having an attitude of gratitude pays tremendous dividends. I wake up every morning, and before I even climb out of bed, jump out of bed, I should say. I do jump out of bed. You're grateful for just everything. For that room you're in, for the home you're in, for the bed you're in, for the fact that you took all night to work on that pillow and it's in a perfect place and you have to start all over the next night. And the blanket and the heat and the food and the coffee you're going to be drinking and whatever you've got going on in the day. You got stuff going on during your day, okay? So having an attitude of gratefulness, seriously, I'm in the financial world by day. It pays absolutely an inordinate amount of dividends, positive dividends.
It completely changes
yes,
the way you think.
Absolutely it does. So if you want a homework assignment while you're not watching television, just look up gratitude. And it says stability and intelligence. Therefore, less stress, our hormone balance is more balanced, and we're less reactive, less defensive, and effectively balanced more often
so
than
ladies, hormones, youth. What was the third one? Stress? No, something else. Whatever. But hormones and beauty. I mean, the hormone thing. Woo. With all of us women. It's crazy.
Yes, indeed.
Yes, indeed.
And it can obviously increase your capacity to learn, because if you're expanding your brain, it gets more tougher and your neurotransmitters are rewired. Then boom, you know what? You got more brain power and you might be better at work and smarter than you think you are. You have more empathy and compassion, and that scientifically studies have proven that.
Yeah.
Okay. It connects to self and others, sense of purpose and meaning. Okay. You are more passionate about what you want and what you don't want.
Yep, absolutely.
And you become more sociable because, again, you're focusing in the moment, and you end up with a more richer life.
Full lifer.
Richer,
yeah.
And are able to connect with others.
Absolutely. I just, I have to just stop this for 1 second. You know what I heard today? That 1 in 35 people in all of the United States combined live in L.A.
It's so
Think
funny.
about that one.
I was talking to a friend while I was driving in here who's back east and freezing their buns off.
Yeah.
And I said, well, don't look up what the weather is here. And, of course, while we're on the phone, they went on the internet and looked, and it was 84 degrees. And she's just going, you must be joking. I go, no, I had to turn the air on for 5 minutes, air conditioning. She's going, you're kidding. I'm freezing my buns off and you're turning. I said, yeah, I told you I didn't want you to look at the weather.
But, I digress. But, I mean, I was blown away when I heard that.
Yeah, I believe it. It's, I think they're all on the freeway.
Yes.
We asked about, in the last few minutes here, who meditates? Because, we want to emulate people, right? Well, let's see. Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Derek Jeter, Robert Murdoch, who owns a lot of media stuff, Russell Simmons, Ariana Huffington of the Huffington Post, Arnold, Eva Mendes, and a lot of business leaders meditate. Elon Musk, Larry Ellison of Oracle, etc. So if they take time out, and you think they're busy, I think they're busy, okay? But they take time out and meditate.
Absolutely. If we're going to close our show right now?
No, we've got 5 minutes.
Oh, okay. Because I definitely want to do some more ohms. It's really going to help.
Okay. Then we're going to do another Om, and then we'll do a couple little things quick, and we're good. So.
Okay. Well, we're going to do ohms at the end.
Okay, Om in it. Okay.
Ohms at the end.
Okay. I think this was the one. Yeah. So again, how do you start meditating? Let's
a
go
great
there.
one.
Let's go there.
Okay.
First off, you have to make the decision that there is inordinate physical and mental benefits to meditation. And I hope half of what we've said here has impacted you. This is, hey, okay, all right, I'm convinced. So after you decide, you want to figure out when, okay? Because if you don't block out time, it doesn't matter whether you do it before you get out of bed in the morning, first thing in the morning, which a lot of people do, most do. You want to take a break during the day, or you want to do it before you go to bed. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Just decide when and how often.
Can you do it in your car?
Yes, I was going to say, and if you can't, they say find a quiet place.
Yeah.
You know what? And most meditation is recommended to do in a sitting position. I many times don't, but sit in your car. Put the seat back a little bit. You can even put on a guided meditation on your phone.
No,
or
I mean
through your
like
iPod.
while you're driving.
Oh, absolutely not. You're sitting in your car, not moving in your car.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
So
but
if you're at work, or actually, you know what? I mean, peel out of your driveway or wherever you park, drive a block or two in the shade or somewhere away, and say, you know what? Before I start this absolute pandemonious, crazy day, I'm going to sit in my car and I'm going to invest, not spend, invest 10 minutes.
And this
in
guy
your
knows
car.
what he's talking about when you're talking about investing or spending.
So,
So-
time can be, it's like money, okay? There's three things you can do with money, and the same three things you can do with time. You can invest it, you can spend it, or you can waste it. The only difference between time and money is once time is gone, it's gone. You can't get it back. It's over. You can't take that clock and go backwards. If you lose money, you can get it back. You can earn it more. Okay? So time is way more precious than money.
Than anything.
We all have been given the exact same number of minutes. There's 168 hours in a week, just in case you didn't know. And there are 1,440 minutes in a day. If you're asleep for about 8 hours, okay, now you have 1,000 minutes, all right? And 30 minutes of 1,000 is only 3% of your day.
That's
What
right.
if you invest 3%, 30 minutes in your day, and it pays out tremendous dividends? People around you, your family, your loved ones, your lover will notice that you're more present, you're more in tune, you're calmer, you're less stressful, you're less reactive, your blood pressure is dropping, you're taking less medication, you're not getting as sick.
And you know what? He's not making any money by talking about meditation.
No.
Not at all. Like, call now and you get your meditation book for $9.99.
No.
That is not it at all.
No, we're selling you on something that's free. And you know what? You can't fail at it. That was
Yeah.
one of the things here that I talked about. I think it's in this one.
So you can't fail at meditation.
You can't fail at meditation. Just start, and if it doesn't work out, do it tomorrow. Okay, so you won't have 30 minutes. Do you have 15 minutes?
See, I do 15
in two
minutes.
15-minute breaks?
Yes.
You got 15 minutes,
That's
okay?
right.
So the thing is, you're going to experience more well-being. You're going to be happier, feel more contentment in your life, okay? Contentment, and you're going to be more committed. And it's going to open your lives to your life. Okay, and you're going to appreciate life and be more connected. What is bad about that? Okay?
Nothing.
It's absolutely free. It doesn't cost you anything. Okay, maybe you have to invest, as I mentioned, in Headspace or something, but you can pull meditations off YouTube. You can go on the internet. I mean,
You can make
they're
up
all
your
over.
own,
You can
you
make up
know?
your own, okay? And you literally can do it anywhere except while you're driving on the road.
Well, I do it while driving down the road
No,
because
but
I'm
I do.
stopped usually going 1 mile an hour.
Yeah.
So
Stopped and going 1 mile an hour is
Well,
not
you know
stopped.
what I mean.
Okay, you want to look for a place that is inviting and calm, that makes you more on the spot there, and driving doesn't count.
Okay.
And it works. Okay, so if you've got any, and we had a call and it got dropped. We forgot to do it. So sorry about that, Chief. We'll do it again. it's free. You can do it anywhere. And oodles of scientific studies have done it, as well as the fact that many, many moguls in every discipline, from sports to business to authors, et cetera, I guarantee you they meditate.
I was talking to someone the other day, real quick, that was like, I don't know, 10 million people in the U.S. were doing yoga, meditation, that kind of thing. It's now up to 55 million or something.
More
like
people
that.
are. And that's part of the awareness that's going on
Yes.
that happened in the shift in December 2012.
That's right.
And we're becoming more aware, and therefore we're immune to all the garbage that's going on around us, no matter what it is.
That's right.
So we are out of time. Thank you so much for tuning in.
I'm going to do Om.
And we're going to do an Om. And you know what? Even though, whenever you've listened to the show, commit and promise yourself that you're going to invest some time to learn and commit to meditating. Just start really easily.
10
maybe
minutes.
10 minutes, 3 times a week. But eke it in, and I promise you, it'll it's well worth it.
Let's end with the Om.
Deep breath in, ready?
Yeah.
And that's our show. And somewhere along the way, they had to reboot the computer while we're here, and we're out. So God bless everyone. We are Hot Flash Universe with Barb Bishop and Walt Lusk. And until next time, God bless everyone. Voila. My brother